Hi students, myself Babita Matthew. Today we are going to discuss about the topic neonatal resuscitation. Indications: preterm delivery, delivery other than normal, malpresentations, multiple pregnancy, fetal distress, meconium staining, severe IUGR, antepartum hemorrhage, antenatal diagnosis of fetal anomalies. All these conditions we need neonatal resuscitation. Prerequisites: resuscitation place. The place must be flat surface, warm and clean. Room temperature must be 26 degrees Celsius. Radiant warmer heater, or that must be 200 volt bulb. Keep heat source on before delivery. A pre-warm towel to receive the baby. There should be 2 pre-warm towels to receive the baby. This must be the resuscitation place. Next we can see what are the equipments needed. D-lead trap. This is the D-lead trap. This is used for the suction, and mechanical suction. This is the mechanical suction, and suction catheters, that is 12 French to 14 French. You can see from this different color indicate the different French suction catheters. And feeding tubings, that is XF to 8F, and there must be a 20 ml swivel. This is the feeding tubes. And neonatal self-inflating resuscitation bags. This is the self-inflating resuscitation bag that should contain 500 ml of air. And face mask. This is the face mask, and that is for the term and the preterm size. And oxygen with the flow meter and the tubing. This is the oxygen flow meter with the tubings. These are the equipments needed for the neonatal resuscitation. Next is the incubation set. Incubation set contains laryngoscope with a straight blade. This is the laryngoscope, and this is the different sizes of blade. This is the bulb. An extra bulb and battery must be there. This should be filled with battery. So if it has any complaints, we have to change. That's why there should be extra batteries and bulb must be there. And endotracheal tubing. This is from 2.5 3.5. This is used for the neonatal intubation. So these are the intubation equipments. Next is the resuscitation drugs and the fluids. So injection epinephrine, injection naloxone, normal saline and sterile water. Next is general measures. First we have to receive the baby, and first we have to maintain the warmth. For that warmth, avoid hypothermia, deliver in the warm and draft free area. And baby receive with a pre-warm towel. You can see from the picture, this first a pre-warm towel we are receiving the baby and clean it. So repeatedly dry head, and first you have to dry the head and the skin. Then we can discard the wet linen, then wrap in a pre-warm towel. You can see from this video, this is first receiving in the towel and cleaning the baby. Then it is discarding, and again they are taking another towel and covering the baby, and place on firm surface under the radiant. This is the radiant warmer. So they are keeping the baby under the radiant warmer or the mother's body. In position, supine with the head in a neutral or slight extended position is usually used for the proper breathing, and may keep a towel under the shoulder for the proper extension of the neck. This is position, supine position with the slightly head tilt back. That is for that purpose we are using a towel for under the shoulder. Then next, first we clean the baby and wrap the baby, keep under the radiant warmer. Then we are position, head tilt back position is maintained, and next is the clear the airway. So for clearing the airway, that is by the gentle suction can be used. That is first mouth, then to nose. First we have to suction from the mouth, then only have to do from the nose. That is only it should be done for 2 to 3 seconds. So the resuscitation must be followed within each step should be very little time should be used. Okay, so for only 2 to 3 seconds used for the suctioning, that is first mouth, then nose, and suction pressure must be less than 100 mm per hg. This is the mucus sucker. And avoid deep suction. It should be only 5 centimeter should be go in the mouth, and 2 to 3 centimeter should be go into the nose. Next is stimulation. So after suction, the baby is not crying properly, then you have to do the stimulation, that is flicking the toes and the soles. That is the flicking means you have to like this, flicking the toes, and rubbing the back. We have to give a good rub in the back. Okay, so after this, the complete all this of cleaning, suctioning, stimulation, everything should be over within 30 seconds. And if the baby is not breathing after 30 seconds, you have to go for bag and mask ventilation. So evaluation, after 30 seconds we have to reassess every 30 seconds. So consider incubation if needed and evaluate. So after 30 seconds we have to evaluate heart rate, respiratory rate, color. So and heart rate by the auscultation, and count for 6 seconds, then 10 seconds. Then provide oxygen. If normal breathing and heart rate, but baby's limbs are blue, then we have to provide free flow oxygen at 5 liters per minute, and by an O2 mask or tubings, and monitor the SpO2. Bag and mask ventilation. Just now we explained, after 30 seconds if the baby is not breathing properly, then we have to start the oxygen, then we have to start the bag and mask ventilation. If the baby is not taking breath, you have to start the bag and mask ventilation. The indications are apnea or gasping respiration. Heart rate is less than 100 beats per minute, and persistent central cyanosis. After giving the oxygen by the bag, mask and tubing, again cyanosis is continuous. Central cyanosis is present. Despite 100% oxygen, you have to start the bag and mask ventilation. The procedure is apply the mask covering the chin up to the nose. So this is, if the baby is this, we have to use the mask should cover the chin up to the nose. Okay, you can see from this picture, and resuscitator at the end or side. You can stand in the back or the side can be stand, and the rate should be 40 to 60 per minute. And if along with chest compression, 30 minutes can be it should be continued for the 30 minutes. Then evaluate every 30 seconds. Okay, then until heart rate should be reached more than 100 beats per minute. Okay, then if heart rate less than 60 beats, when we are providing the bag and mask ventilation, that should be given like the mask should be held in the CE manner. So C means the mask should be held with your thumb and index finger. The mask then you have to hold the chin here, under the chin here, then the mandible. So this is E and this is C. This is C and this is E. CE manner. You can see from this picture. This is C and this is like E. Okay. So this EE manner we are keeping the mask, and head should be little bit extended. We are already kept the roller on the under the neck, so it should be automatically tilted back. Okay, and if the heart rate is less than 60 beats per minute, start chest compression. If stomach distended, you have to decompress it. And causes of non-expansion of chest should be after giving the AMPU. If the chest is not expanded properly, there may be some causes. That is because blocked airways, leak in the mouth seal. So if when we keep the mouth seal, there may be sometime leak gap is there. And insufficient inflation. Because of insufficient the inflation of the AMPU bag. Okay, this is the procedure. Next is the chest compression. So chest compression is given with can be provided with a 2-finger, 2-thumb or 2-finger method. This is the 2-finger method. You can see from this picture, that is we are giving 3 compression and 1 mouth to more respiration water with the ampu bag also you can provide. So that is the 2-finger method. It is in the sternum, the center of the sternum. Then next is the 2-thumb method. You can see like this. They are keeping the 2-thumb on the sternum, middle of the sternum, and then between the nipple line, and providing this a 2 centimeter depth. They are giving the compression. That is a chest compression. And chest compression ventilation ratio is to 3:1. Okay, that means 3 chest compression and 1 ampu. And evaluate heart rate after 30 seconds. This ampu is giving like a breathe. Okay, breathe 1 2, breathe 1 2, breathe breathe 2 3, breathe 2 3, breathe 2 3, like that you are giving. First we already explained you after after giving the oxygen by the tube and mask, if baby is not responding, you have to give 5 blows. That is the breathe 2 3, breathe 2 3, like this 5 blows you have to give. If the chest is not expanding, then you have to start the chest compression and the ventilation. That is the ratio is the 3:1. That is the 3 chest compression, 1 this as you can see from this picture, 3 chest compression. Then again they are giving the mouth, again 3, then they are giving. Okay, so 3:1. Then evaluate heart rate after 30 seconds. So before the preliminary care, after the preliminary care, we already after 30 seconds we evaluated. Again we started the bag and mask ventilation and chest compression. So with the again after that should be go for 30 seconds. Then after 30 seconds again we have to evaluate the heart rate and discontinue if the heart rate is more than 60 beats per minute. Then endotracheal. Next is the, if it is not more than 60 beats per minute, then we have to go for the endotracheal intubation. The indications are meconium stain baby, meconium aspiration, no responsive to bag and mask ventilation, and congenital diaphragmatic hernia, and when chest compression is not simultaneously for administration of the drugs. So these are the main indication for the endotracheal intubation. So this is the chain of management. So immediately baby is born, we have to ask, is the baby stable, breathing or crying, or good tone? So that thing you have to ask for the nurse, the receiving nurse. So if yes, no problem, baby just stay with the mother. A routine care such as provide warmth, clear airway, dry and ongoing evaluation can be done. But if no, if it is not a tame baby or the baby is not crying and no tone, then warmth. Provide warmth by cleaning, then clear airway, if necessary dry and sleep. We already explained this should be go for only 30 seconds. And if the heart rate is below 100 and gasping or apnea, then that is positive pressure ventilation should be given. And SpO2 again you have to monitor that if this much go within that is the bag and mask ventilation, positive pressure ventilation, bag and mask and chest condition. Then heart rate is again you have to check it. If it is below 100, yes, then take ventilation characteristic, that is intubation. Then if the heart rate is again below, you have to do the intubation. And chest compression coordinate with the positive pressure, that is the bag and mask ventilation. Then heart rate. Okay, then consider the intubation, chest compression coordinate with the positive pressure ventilation. The heart rate is again below that, then we have to ventilate the patient, and intubation should be done. And injection IV epinephrine also can be administered. Same as here, if the baby is grasping, if no, it's okay, corrected, or no apnea, heart rate is above, then labored breathing or persistent cyanosis, then clear the airway, SpO2 monitor considered, and CPAP can be done, and post resuscitation care should be done. So this is the staggered Predictile SpO2 after birth usually 1 minute is 60 to 65%, 2 minutes 65 to 70%, 3 minutes 70 to 75%, and 4th minute 75 to 80%, 5th minute 80 to 85%, and 10 minute that is 85 to 90. So within 10 minutes it will become okay. So this initial step should be go for 30 seconds. We should not wait for a long time. This is the epinephrine. Usually epinephrine is given by the umbilical stem or the umbilical. You can introduce an umbilical catheter through the vein. You can administer the epinephrine. This the dilution is 0.1 to 0.3 mg per kg. That is 1 is to 10,000 ratio can give the 0.1 mg per ml can be administered. This is usually given through the umbilical vein with a catheter. And documentation. After scoring, description of intervention with the time should be documented. And when to discontinue, if no heart rate for more than 10 minutes, there is no heart rate, you have to discontinue. And when to withheld, that is the we should not provide or we should not give the resuscitation, that is gestation age if it is less than 23 weeks and birth weight is less than 400 grams or trisomy 13 or 80, such a condition we have to withhold the neonatal resuscitation. Then meconium stain liquid, baby actively crying, only sucking of the mouth and a nose should be done. If the baby has meconium stain liquor and baby is crying very good, then we have to do the suction nose and mouth. And baby depressed on delivery, then avoid initial stimulation, and bag and mask ventilation is contraindicated. Then endotracheal intubation and suction. If heart rate falls during the suction, give positive pressure ventilation. Then congenital diaphragmatic hernia, if the baby has, then bag and mask ventilation are indicated in the condition of congenital diaphragmatic hernia. If medically stable, go for surgery. That's all about the condition neonatal resuscitation. I think all of you clearly understood.